I'm glad to see you're okay. At least I know what happened to me wasn't in vain. The surgeon told me all sorts of crazy things that happened while I was gone. Man, do I want today to be over already. Sounds like something straight out of a dream.
Attention, all beautiful citizens of facility. A dangerous human has recently escaped. The new reclamation team has been dispatched.
Now justice will be served. I should have my kids.
Someone hit you over the head recently?
Honey, you finally found us!
When it comes to women's health, one thing we are not going to do around here is gatekeep. So I've partnered with VitaFusion because whoever said your multivitamin needs
So finally, the official trailer for the Garten of Banban 8 is here. And let me just say, this one feels completely different. I've never seen a trailer like this before. It's packed with hidden secrets that most people completely missed. So let's break down every single detail, starting from the very beginning. Right away, we see a bunch of Gavanium citizens. Some are just staring at us, others are lying motionless on the ground. And if you look closely at the background, there are jail cells everywhere. This could mean the game starts inside a prison and maybe we have to escape. One more detail confirms this. The remote isn't in our hand yet, so maybe this whole sequence is from the very beginning of the game. Then we see Banban, but not in his hellish form. He's still in his normal state, just injured. This likely means Banban's transformation happens later in the story, possibly in the middle of the game. And since we do get the remote later, there's a good chance Banban is the one who gives it to us before things go bad. Next up, we get a quick flash of that same location we saw back in Teaser 4. But then it gets even creepier. There's a terrifying painting of Syringan. But who painted it in the world of Banban? Only one character known for making paintings, Brushista. So there's a strong chance this new artwork was also created by her. We also see a Gavanium blob resting on a hospital bed. And based on the walls and ceiling, this is clearly the same hospital again. But here's where it gets interesting. We suddenly see what looks like a Syringan-shaped sun moving across the sky. Could this be part of a new puzzle? The face looks very similar to the one shown in the missing Banban, and the movement suggests it could be part of a timed challenge. Then we get a glimpse of how powerful the new Remote 3.0 really is. In one scene, we see it generating electricity, possibly to open doors or activate new machines. After that, we're shown multiple new locations, but one in particular stands out. In this room, there are tons of colorful balls floating in the air, and if you zoom in, you can actually see musical notes inside each one. On the wall, there's a sign that reads, "You have found the musical room. Count the different musical shapes in the balls and submit your findings. All employees are welcome here to relax and refresh their minds with fun activities. So this is clearly a puzzle area. The player must count how many of each musical note appears and enter the right number to move forward. Then we get a shot of something really familiar, the closet where Flumbo was locked up. But this time, if you look closely, you'll see it's tied shut with a rope. That's right, Banban didn't just lock him up, he literally tied the door to make sure Flumbo couldn't escape. And right after that, we see another Gavanium citizen, this time wearing a cap and holding a stick, clearly a prison guard. He's standing outside one of the jail cells, and he does not look happy, probably because we just broke out. And now, are you ready for the big reveal? Boom, out of nowhere, a brand new character comes chasing us like a wild monster. No, this isn't Glazo from Teaser 4. This is something totally different, a crab-like character we first saw in one of the teaser images. You can tell by the 10 legs, the weirdly shaped arms, and the eyes that totally scream crab. So yes, Glazo and this crab monster are definitely two different characters. Glazo has sharper claws and a very different vibe. This crab one looks more feral, more chaotic, and honestly way scarier. Then we get a jaw-dropping moment, Flumbo falling into the void. But there's light at the bottom, which means there's something down there. And what's even crazier, we, the player, fall with him too. It's not just a fall, it's a plunge into something unknown. Next up, we see Banban and Syringan standing together, but Banban's still missing one eye, which confirms this scene takes place before he opens Flumbo's closet, which, by the way, confirms one of my earlier theories. Then we see another puzzle scene, but there's one detail most players miss. On the remote screen, you can actually see different character icons, each with their own color name. That might mean the new remote has special abilities based on each character's traits. That's going to change everything. But now, here comes the real shocker. We see a new location filled with shutters and boxes. And then, Sir Dadadoo, yep, he's alive, confirming another theory. But that's not the wildest part. In the background, Jumbo Josh is just lying there, motionless. He might be dead. We don't know for sure. But here's the weird part. He's still green, not pink, like we saw in Teaser 3. What happened? And then, this is hard to believe, we see dozens of Gavanium citizens forming a human chain floating in the void. The same void where we and Flumbo were falling earlier. What are they trying to reach? Or are they trying to catch us? Then comes an emotional shot. A family picture on the wall, but it's not the usual 6 characters from Banban 1. This time, Flumbo is in Banban's place. It's like a mirrored version of that original wall art. That little detail hits hard. But now, get ready for the ending. It's dark, emotional, and deeply confusing.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
It's dark, emotional, and deeply confusing.
Mommy, you finally found us!
First, we see what looks like a baby version of Stinger Flynn, and he's breaking a huge stone with a tiny hammer. Then, we hear something that changes everything. The child's voice says, "Mommy, you finally found us." That line flips the entire story upside down. Found us. That line flips the entire story upside down. It confirms that the player finally finds their missing children in Banban 8. But if Baby Stinger Flynn is the one saying it, does that mean the player's child turned into him? If so, who did this? And why? Garten of Banban is clearly diving into even darker territory, and this ending raises way more questions than answers. And if you look at the location, we see at the end, there's a house and a large area that looks like the perfect place for children and others to hide. This suggests that not just the player's children, but many people might be hiding there. On top of that, we see several small fires burning on the ground. Like I mentioned in my previous theory, there's a high chance that Glazo has fire-based abilities, and this scene could be the proof. So to quickly recap, this new trailer for Garten of Banban 8 is packed with major reveals. It starts off with Gavanium citizens locked in jail, some alive, some possibly dead. Then we see Banban in his normal form, still injured, meaning his hellish transformation likely happens later in the story. We also get a look at new puzzle areas, like the floating musical balls room, and a creepy,